and my mom said it just kind of looked like a squirrel's nest. Thanks for joining another episode, another video with me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that alert bell. I'm just coming from church. It's my first time in in-person church in a really long time, so I really enjoyed that today. And since I got all cute, my makeup's done and my hair looks kind of decent, I figured I'd come share a video with you. So today I am going to be talking about hair loss and COVID and my experience. When everything happened to me, I went into the hospital with like a U-part wig that I had made myself, and I had 2 braids and sewed it down, and didn't think that I would have been there for the amount of time that I was there, but essentially that was the hairstyle I had when I went into the hospital in December, and then all the way up until like I'd say sometime in February. Apparently when my mom was finally able to visit, the staff at the hospital claimed they didn't know what my weave was, and they had tried to get it out or something, and my mom said it just kind of looked like a squirrel's nest on top of my head. So she told me that they took the time to cut it out. Some of my visitors did bring lots of love supplies for my hair with like different oils, coconut oils, bonnets, like headscarves, just so I could kind of stay my jazzy self. And then once I was transferred into the other facility, there was a nurse there that kind of combed my hair out for me and just put it up in a bun. Maybe about 2 or 3 weeks later, I had like my first shower that I had since I've been in the hospital, and the nurse was kind enough to wash my hair. Unfortunately, I didn't have all of the like hair care products that my hair needed, so from it kind of being in that state, it got pretty tangled, and there was like a patch that she just couldn't get unknotted, so she cut it out. After she washed it and we got that piece out and most of it combed, we just kind of kept it in one braid. It's almost like a slick back with a one plait. And then the fun part started happening once I got home. So once I got home and I could shower more regularly and like really wash my hair, it started just falling out in clumps in the shower. And I think that was the part that kind of hurt or triggered me, is just to see all of your hair kind of like fall out in clumps in the shower. So that took a lot to like kind of swallow and digest, and maybe accept is the right word. I finally got to the point of not wanting to see it fall out in the shower, or like the clumps that would end up in the brush from trying to detangle or comb, and I just snipped it all off. That's how I kind of started owning the shortness, and then it just kind of gradually got worse from there to like the bald spot in the middle. And that's the journey of how the hair loss happened and the progression. I guess it is a symptom from COVID. The way it was described to me is that it's almost like a blend of just trauma to your body. Have you ever heard of somehow new mothers, they'll like kind of get alopecia around their edges? It's the similar thing. Like, I guess your body is just pushing nutrients and stuff to other places, and your hair just isn't getting what it needs. So due to like the impact and trauma to your body, it just kind of falls off. Once I cut it, I started kind of getting like, it kind of felt and looked like cradle cap to me, just like a crust. So I was able to set up a dermatology appointment, which I would suggest to anyone that's having abnormal hair loss outside of shedding or any type of scalp issues. Definitely set up an appointment with a dermatologist that can actually like look at your scalp, analyze your scalp, and speak to their expertise to how that comes. So I was given a special shampoo and a special oil. My skin kind of broke out too, so I also had to see the dermatologist for that. My cheeks would break out. I started having a lot of back acne, which I had never had before, and the answers to that I didn't agree with, so we're kind of still on the journey for that. They wanted to put me on birth control, and I just don't think that hormonal is the reason for the breakout. I believe the breakout is more associated with my hospital stay and my post-COVID, whatever kind of correlates, and maybe they just don't know what that is yet. They did prescribe me the basic like retinoid. They did prescribe also some type of benzoyl peroxide type of thing to wash with, and then also I use it as a spot treatment, almost like a moisturizer cream type thing, but it dries my skin out like really, really bad. So I just use it as spot treatments as acne flare-ups come up. I started using the shampoo, and that definitely cleaned the scalp part up. My hair is starting to grow back and flourish back in, my little baby fro. It just takes time to kind of get used to. So I've had, I'd say, medium to long hair all of my life. This is probably the shortest my hair has been since I was a baby. I probably even had more hair on my head then. It took a while to kind of own and get used to. My hair was kind of like a, I don't want to say spiritual, but therapeutic maybe is the right word. I would take time to wash my hair, deep condition it. You know, doing my natural hair would have taken like a whole day, honestly, like if I really cared for it the way that it needed to be. So to kind of have all of that removed was almost felt like part of my identity was gone. And maybe that's vain to say that my hair was so much a part of me, but I do believe that that's very much a Black woman's story, is their hair. There are plenty of documentaries out there, from Tracy Ellis Ross's new documentary. I think Chris Rock did one. I heard his isn't that good. There are plenty of books on it. Like, if you really wanted to research it, like, Black women in hair are like a thing. So for me, it was a lot to accept that my hair was gone, and I had to accept this new look. And it's not that extensions and wigs haven't been in my vocabulary or I hadn't practiced. It was more so like, no, you kind of have to wear it now, like for length or thickness. Like, it's not an option. Like before it would be like, yeah, I can take this out and my hair is still long, flourishing. That's not the case anymore. So that was a bit much to accept this whole new thing On the flip side, it was probably good because in my state and my energy levels, I wouldn't have been able to care for my hair like if it was that long. So being able to like just wash my hair, wet it, throw some mousse on it and go, it's a lot easier of a task for me. I am trying to play around more with like different styles and wigs more now that I've accepted it, but it took that kind of, this is what it is, Jasmine, what are you gonna do to move forward and how you want to look and present yourself, and just own it. So this is me and my short hair, owning it and feeling confident in it. I do understand why people cut their hair off like after breakups or traumas. Your hair holds like a lot, I believe hair holds like a lot of memories and stuff, but it's definitely a different confidence and like growth process. It almost feels like I'm kind of regrowing and relearning myself as my hair grows back. The other part, I've seen women in my life like lose their hair before. My mom and my sister cousin did have breast cancer and they did deal with like hair loss. And at the time, from my perspective, it was just kind of like what most people would say, like, girl, it'll grow back, like it's fine, just cut it off, you could wear extensions. But being on the flip side, I definitely understand the emotional aspect that comes along with like losing your hair. Watching it fall out is like really traumatizing, and clumps and something that you've had all of your life, like none of that is solved by hearing it'll grow back. So I definitely have a different perspective now, having gone through that type of experience on my own. If you have had a hair journey, if you've struggled with hair growth, if you struggled with hair loss, please share your story below, share this video, and I'd love to hear from you. Thank you once again for listening to me and hearing my story, and I hope that me sharing my journey has encouraged and inspired you to do what you need to do on your hair journey. And if you want to hear more about this, just let me know down below, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.